Good evening on Monday, the 3rd of June 2013 at 8:44 p.m. at this computer from Liberty Studio. This is me, the Grand Duchess Rasmus Koenen, also known as Ryan Tomlinson. Had a fantastic day at something called the Deep Tap class administered by the Transition in Out process of the military, Fort Myers. A very fantastic group of people, fantastic group of men, fantastic group of people. So far, so good. I mean, what could we have done today? Being in a burning room without any air vents. I didn't feel the least bit claustrophobic, but at least that, darling, at about 100 degrees in a closed place space, it was ridiculous without power. But anyway, we survived, as all we always do, with water and good cheer and good spirits. Anyway, what did I want to talk about today? I am going to say today I am not doing any simulcast this week. This week I am donated to my time to get some things together. So I will send reruns of videos all through this week, probably until Sunday when I give my Sunday meditation and praise. Last Sunday was crisis. When we're in crisis, what we do? I said crisis, Christ is. And so it's not a bad thing to be in a crisis. So lean on the best confident side of yourself, whether God, whatever it is, and live that crisis. Get through with strength. Do not become perilous to yourself. If somebody inflicted a crisis in your life, remember that they are perilous people that inflicted pain upon you, and it's the pain within themselves that are putting you through crisis. And once you're out of that crisis, darling, you know that Christ is, Muhammad is, God is, whatever it is for you. So live it. What am I saying today? What was my terminology today? And I am gonna read it. Here we go. You can't see me right now, but it says, the morning glows, the morning goes, the clouds shine, but the spirit arose, provoked and unroped. And that's how it is. The morning goes, the morning glows, the clouds shine, the spirit arose, provoked and unroped. And such as it sometimes in your spirit, and on Monday morning, such as it is in your crisis. You never have to provoke a single solitary person. You never have to just be in their consciousness. You could just be an innocent bystander, a target. You see, when you have people living in peril of knowing the truth, and as I said, peril of fear of being discovered, you find a lot of people in their reach in crisis, or have to put a spin on something or something else. So what's the best thing to do? When in a building, every room is cold and one room is hot, and you're in that room, live it, drink water, and if you have to be there, be there. And when you have walked and exited the building, you would have walked out healthy and alive. And such as it was a crisis. Because if some perilous person desired to persecute you, never accept your status. Remember your self-esteem and your dignity. You don't have to accept it. You live through it. You correct what you can correct, and you walk away, or you walk after you have accomplished your task. And so it is. The clouds shine. Clouds do shine. They bring rain and they make everything green. Provoked or unroped. And yes, it's provoked. It's a natural cycle of being. It's a natural cycle of living. It's a natural cycle of becoming. It's a natural cycle of growth, repair, and so forth. And so in that, the cloud and the rain provide as much happiness. Happiness so much that we cannot see, but the happiness that we depend on. Because the sun does shine and we love it. But the clouds come and they provide shade tears. They mangle things. If it's a thunderstorm, loud banging noise, do we live in fear of it, or do we deal with it until we have a time when the sun shines and everything is peaceful and calm? Each cycle is a cycle of growth, a period to renew, a period to repair, a period to adjust, and a period to address things. And so in that essence, always address the issues you're faced with. Never vacillate. Don't hide behind the power of a suit, the strength of a building, because a suit can be burnt and ripped up. It's just material. A building can fall apart and crumble in an earthquake, but you are the strength of your life. So live that life, live it through scandal. You have the power to be hopeful, to make decisions, to be conscientious, and to be confident. These are the things that make us human beings. Too smushy-wishy, Pollyanna-ish. But what are the things that built great societies? It was out of love, out of kindness, and out of plain seeking. They were seeking truth, just simple truth to live by. You hear about the story of Rome. Isn't it like the story of the Garden of Eden? So simple. But what was it out of? Love, kindness, the ability to be conscientious, to love beyond yourself, to listen, to say, to be forgiven, and to be truthful. And what was the end? What was the destruction of, or the casting out of such paradise, of such comfort? The inability to be humane, the inability to be truthful, the inability to correct faults, and the sheer ability to be greedy, unjust, and to make irrational decisions, to label, to castrate, to crucify, and to disable. And we do whatever we can do to do those things in order to prove our power. But the real proof comes when those that live their crisis, that live above the clouds, the perilous clouds of others, the perilous journey of others, find justice in their strength, in their fortitude, and in their religion. Because not one of your hair shall be removed if you truly believe that there is something greater than you. I believe. I'm not asking anybody else to believe, but you must know what's your strength, what's the strength in you, what's that thing that's supernatural, that's greater than you, whether you want to call it religion, God, whatever it is. For me, it exists. For me, I will testify it since the birth of my days, and I have lived it. I have lived so much that I refuse to turn back to certain people, to certain ways of living. But I accept myself and its adornment and the confidence in it. And so I can stand up. And to everyone that said the screw is gone, the screw is tightly sealed, because the journey is not complete, but a new journey has begun, and a new mission is left to accomplish. And by God, I shall do exactly what I set out to do, because I knew I had to do it from an early age. This is me, the Grand Duchess Rasmus Koenig. Have a good evening.